Hey guys, Major here, and listen to this. Can you hear it? That is the sound of the Fallout 4 hype train continuing to roll. And if you, like me, are excited for Fallout 4, you are probably going to want to go back and play some of the older Fallout games. Now, I personally tried playing a bit of Fallout 3, modding it to hell, but personally I just think it was a little bit too dated for me to fully enjoy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Fallout New Vegas, but I don't want to play it vanilla because that'd just be boring, wouldn't it? So instead, I'm going to mod it to absolute hell, and I'm already halfway in the process of this, but after I did my Skyrim Let's Plays, I did get quite a lot of questions about how to mod Skyrim, what programs I used, which mods I used, and just how I modded it in general. So I thought, why don't I just do something for Fallout New Vegas? It might help you. A lot of the rules still apply to Skyrim, so you know this could be good. So first of all, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to obviously download Fallout New Vegas. I have mine through Steam right here. Where is it? Fallout New Vegas. I have it installed here. 4 hours in it already. Yeah, you're going to want to install that, and then you want to come to your Steam app. You want to go to the Fallout New Vegas. I'm going to start that again. You're going to want to go to the Fallout New Vegas directory, or the data folder, or whatever you want to call this. So to do that, you want to go to local disk, program files, x86, go down to Steam, go down to Steam apps, common, and then you will find Fallout New Vegas. Now, if I were you, the first thing I would do is click this and drag it into your favorites so you have a quick link to it right here. I have this for all the games that I mod, Fallout 3 and Witcher, just so I can easily access them, and then I have one for Steam games as well in case I need to access any of these ones. So here we are in Fallout New Vegas, and mine looks a bit different to what yours will look like, but that's okay for the minute, right? So first of all, what you're going to want to do is get a modding program. Now, what quite a lot of people would normally use is the Fallout New Vegas mod manager from the Nexus mod manager, and that's quite a popular one, but I recommend that you don't use that one because there are a lot of other ones out there that have a lot more features that help you crash less. So first of all, you're going to want to go and download Mod Organizer, and I'll leave a link to this down in the description. So here is Mod Organizer on the Skyrim Nexus, and it doesn't matter that it's on the Skyrim Nexus. You can still install it for Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and pretty much any game that uses the same sort of data folder structure as what the Bethesda games do, so Skyrim, Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout 3. So you're going to want to download that, just download it here, and then you will find this. Mine's on my desktop, and you need WinRAR to do this, by the way. I'll leave a link to that down in the description as well. And so you'll get this. What you want to do is you want to go to your Fallout New Vegas directory. Don't go into the data folder, just the directory. And then you're going to want to get this and just drop and drag the Mod Organizer folder into here. I'm not going to do that because I've already installed it and I don't want to mess it up. So then you should have this, and then what you want to do is run the modorganizer.exe, or you can create a link to it on your desktop, which is what I've done. I've linked it into my taskbar down here. You can change the icon and do whatever you want, but just remember that from now on you have to run it through this exe. And now what you'll come across is something like this. Now I have the Ultimate Edition of Fallout New Vegas, so I have all the DLC, which is listed right here, and I've got all the mods that I've already installed down here. And don't worry, I'm going to show you how to do all of this. First of all, let's have a quick look around. You have down here all of the exe files that you're going to want to launch it from. This is the base game. This will just launch you straight into the game. This is the launcher, so you get all the options menus like play, credits, and settings and all like that, or stuff like that. And then this one is the New Vegas script extender, and I'm going to go over that in just a minute. This won't appear for you here right when you start up Mod Organizer, but it will once you're done with this tutorial. To run the game, you just have to click that run button and it will run. Okay, that's pretty much all you need to know. Oh yeah, here you've got all your plugins, all the active plugins, and here you've got downloads, and yeah, I'll show you all of this. Don't worry about this. Okay, so first of all, let's install a mod. Well, you can install mods straight from Nexus. So I'm following this video here for my maximum graphics, and I'll leave a link to this down in the description below as usual. And so far, I think I am up to... Which one am I up to? Well, that's Wasteland Clothing. So, MG Neat... this one right here. So let's click on this one. And here we are at the mod. The Nexus is where you're going to want to get the majority of your mods for Fallout and pretty much every Bethesda game. This is the best place to go. There are other sites out there and you can do whatever you want. Download them from wherever you like to, but this is my personal favourite. Okay, so now you've found the mod that you want to install, you can click Download with Manager, just click Run and it will be fine. Then let's go back here, go over to the Downloads tab. I'm going to minimise that just here as well as that, and you can see that it is starting to download. Now this is quite a big file, so I'm going to just let this run in the background here, and I will resume the video once it has done. Alright, there we go, it is finished downloading, and all we have to do to install it is double click it, and then we can choose the name that we want to give it. I'm just going to leave it as normal, click OK, and it's going to extract all the files to the mod organizer folder. Now the way that Mod Organizer works is that it only loads the files that it needs to when you start up the game. It only loads up the ones that you specify it to, that being the mods that it wants to. So you can technically have all of these mods still installed and run it as a vanilla game. And the way that it does that is through different mod profiles. I'm not going to show you how to do that today because this is just a basic sort of instructional video of how to basically just get mods working. So here we go. Down in the mods down here, it says that we have MG's Neat Clutter Retextures here. All we have to do to activate it is click the tick, and then if we go over to the plugins, it shows up somewhere in here. It might not do because there might not be any plugins, but it will load these textures when it starts up the game. So we know that. So that's one way of just installing these mods. Another way to install a mod is from a file. So instead of clicking on this one, you just click on this one and it downloads it to a .7-zip file wherever you specify it to. So I have this clothing HD, which I haven't installed yet. Let's close that down. And here we have the mod. And this is how it comes packaged, right? So all we have to do is click on this little button up here. Then we go to our desktop, find the mod. And oh, we've got an error. Okay, this normally doesn't come up, but I'm going to show you how to fix this, right? It's really easy to do. All it means is that the game date, it's not packed in the way that the software can recognize it. So what you do is you find the topmost level of data, basically. So here we say it's called data. So all we have to do is click and set that as the data directory, sorry. And it says there, it looks good. Meshes and textures are all there. Click OK. It's going to extract all the files again. It's quite a big mod again. Most of the texture ones are. This is why it's taken me half a day to do just these ones, because it takes quite a while to download the big texture mods. I'm only halfway through that list of stuff that I have to do. But I'm pretty sure it'll be worth it in the end, because I'm quite excited to actually get in and play a proper Fallout game. As I said, I tried playing Fallout 3, but it was just a bit too dated. I mean, it came out in what, 2007? Something like that? 2006? No, that was Oblivion. Anyway, so now it's installed and all you have to do is click the tick and it installs. Perfect. So that's basically all you have to know to basically mod Fallout New Vegas and pretty much any game with the Nexus Mod Manager. Now, how do we get the New Vegas script extender installed? Well, that's easy as well. All we have to do first is close this down and actually close it down. Then go to the link in the description and find the New Vegas script extender and you'll get this right here. So you come in here, click on here and get all of these files. I don't think you need this one, but this one will do. Just all them files. Then we go to the Fallout New Vegas directory, get all of these and drag and drop them in. And that's all you need to do. Right, and now the next time that you load up Mod Organizer, this will appear here, and you always want to load it through here and then click Run. Now for a lot of mods, you're going to need the New Vegas 4GB enabler, and that allows the game to use up more than 2GB of system memory, and that's going to boost performance in quite a lot of areas. So because we're using New Vegas script extender, we need a special version of the mod, and to get that all you have to do is go to the New Vegas script extender page, and down here you'll find the alternate version for the Fallout New Vegas 4GB enabler. So you download that and then you find it in your downloads. Come and find it right... Where is it? Here it is, right there. Click OK. And all you need is this exe file and this DLL file. And then all you have to do again is just go to your Fallout New Vegas directory, click and drag in here, and you're done. But unfortunately, you're not quite done just yet, because if we come back to here, if you click on here, it's still just going to run it through the script extender, and you actually have to run it through the 4GB enabler. So what you have to do, come and click Edit, find the NVSE, and then click on this little ... there, go back to your Fallout New Vegas directory, and instead of clicking on the NVSE loader, click on the nv4GB.exe file and click Open, click Close, click Yes, and now it will load it through the 4GB enabler and New Vegas script extender. And that's all you have to do in terms of Mod Organizer. But there's a different type of mod that you can install that doesn't use Mod Organizer, and that is an ENB. And all that does is it changes the lighting effects and all sorts of different graphical effects in the game to make it look absolutely gorgeous. So how do we do that then? Well, we go back to our Fallout New Vegas directory as normal, and then you want to come to the website enbdev.com. Go to Download, and then come down to the Fallout Free and New Vegas tab, click on that and download the latest version. It might not necessarily be the latest version, but it will be specified in the description page of the ENB that you are going to be installing. So let's download that straight to the desktop so we can find it really easily. And for this purpose, I'm going to be installing the Dynamo ENB. Now this technically isn't a very good example because a lot of ENBs will have a lot more fiddling to do, and you'll actually have to change some settings in the INI files. I'll show you where to find them INI files, and I'll let you work that out for yourself. It really isn't difficult. All you need to do is just change a few settings, and there's normally instructions on the description page. But for Dynamo ENB, we don't need to do that. Now, do I have Dynamo ENB downloaded? No, I don't, so I'll download this whilst I am at it. Let's download that straight to the desktop. I think, yeah, I'm already there. And normally ENB files are pretty small. All it does is just changes the stuff that's already there. Maybe adds a few more things here and there. So first of all, what we want to do is, well, first of all, you want to read the description, because normally some ENBs install differently. So you want to read through here. I already know how this one installs, so I don't need to do that. So what you want to do is get the file, the zip file that you downloaded from enbdev.com. Go to the wrapper version and find all of this and copy it straight into the Fallout New Vegas directory. I am actually going to do this because I haven't done this yet. Okay, so now that's done, you want to go to your ENB, find your ENB, let's close that down, and here we have quite a few options. So you want to install all of these files, all of these ones, including ENB series, right? And you just copy and paste over the top, replace all the files. And then you've got these alternate presets and color palettes and depth of, you've got all these extra options basically. And if you want to install them, all you do is find the one that you want, just copy and paste. I'm not going to do that, I'm just going to leave it as default. Okay, so now you're pretty much done. So let's give it a whirl and see if our modding work has actually worked. But before we see if it has actually worked, I'm going to show you where to find the INI files that you might have to edit for some ENBs. Now, because we're using Mod Organizer, it's slightly different to what the instructions that you're given on the ENB mod page. It's slightly different to how they will tell you how to do it. Normally, they will tell you to go to your documents into My Games, and then find your Fallout New Vegas folder and edit one of these two files. You don't do that because Mod Organizer also does things a little bit differently there. Because it does things in profiles, you might have different INI files depending on what the ENB is, for example. So we have to go, sorry, I'm rushing through this. Mod Organizer, go into Profiles, Default, And then these are the two ones that you're going to want to edit, not the ones in your documents folder. Just to clarify that in case you do have to edit any of these files. So now we're going to go in and see if the modding has actually worked. Okay, so now we're in game. And as you can see, I'm pretty sure it's worked. This looks a hell of a lot more nicer than what the original game did. Especially with this ENB, all the lighting effects of the ENB, and as you can see, the texture mods have been installed. It's all worked. Everything works. It runs fine. My performance is still pretty good, although I have a pretty beast machine. So running at 60 frames per second, it is all fine and dandy. Now with ENBs, if you press Shift and Enter at the same time, you can see it's been activated because it's right there. My cursor is going to be funny because I have two monitors, so with that kind of gets really annoying. But as you can see, you can turn the effect off. This is what it looks like vanilla, but it's still got the texture mods on. And this is what it looks like with the ENB. So there's a little bit of lag whilst it turns on there, but as it loads, it looks absolutely gorgeous. And that is what we want. So there we go. Oops, let's pause that. There we go. So that is my quick tutorial showing you how to install mods using Mod Organizer. That's the most easiest way to do it, and it's quite a powerful tool. There's a lot more features that you can do with that tool that I haven't shown you how to do, but this is just a basic tutorial showing you how to get started. A lot of this translates over to Skyrim, but if you want to see me do a separate video for Skyrim, let me know down in the comments below as normal. And let me know how I did. Did you find this easy to follow? Let me know all of that information down in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Everything's gone wrong.
Anything but calm, regular pint-sized atom bomb. Atom bomb, baby, little atom bomb. I want her in my wigwam. She's just the way I want it to be, a million times hotter than TNT.